What up, guys? Got the EOSM hopefully dialed in. We're doing 12-bit lossless, but I think that's bring it down to 10 or something. It said. Anyway, this isn't about cameras, even though that is of interest because it's new. Yeah, we're gonna give this a shot. So I really need to clean. I keep saying it. I gotta clean. Gotta clean. For the next video, I'm gonna review some of my winter cycling gear. Hopefully that'll be of interest to you. How to stay safe, warm, comfortable, keep motivated to keep cycling through the winter. Been doing it for years, so I've learned a few things along the road or the way, along the bike path. So yeah, for this video, I wanted to show a bike to you that I picked up. Funny story with this bike. I bought it because I was looking for tires. I literally bought this bicycle for its tires. I was on Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace. It's been like over a year now. I kind of can't remember. And I was looking for some gator skins for one of my bikes. And I wound up with this. Hopefully it's all in frame. Let me check that. Oh yeah, plenty. So yeah, this is my specialized. Some dude on the internet was saying Allez. It's Allez. Allez, Allez, LA. I think maybe. It is epic. So I believe that this colorway means it's the American one. Kind of nice. It's like dead silent, which is definitely not the meta anymore, but it is from what I can garner, a 1990s or 1991 carbon tubes to steel lugs, which is kind of interesting. I believe mine is in pretty decent condition. From what I've read, they ride nicely. They're light. It's a little sketchy to me. Like I said, I literally bought them for the gator skins, and then as soon as I saw it, I didn't have the heart to take it apart. Mavic, are these Open Pros? Stainless steel eyelet. They look like Open Pros to me, but I'm not sure. But they are Mavic, which I'm a huge fan of. Shimano 600 group set all throughout. Headset, cranks. It should say BioPace, so maybe they changed this out. It is Shimano, and it doesn't look oval, so I don't think it's the original one. Shimano 600 derailleur. Look, clipless pedals. Clipless pedals. That always confuses me. It's always backwards. He has a Blackburn pump on this side. You can't see it. Shimano 600 down tube shifters. Cat eye computer with some magnets right here. It's complete. You got a turbo saddle. Nitto stem. It's pretty mint. It's the winter time here in New England, and I just didn't have the heart to leave it down where I store all my bikes. This is one of the nicer ones that I've picked up. I literally bought them for the tires. I keep saying that, but it still blows my mind that I wound up with this because I wanted to shave some money on tires. I paid the same price for this entire bike for what I would a new set of gator skins. So if you factor that out, it's like around $100. He came riding it down to the middle of the town I picked it up in. He's like, yeah, it was my uncle's. I have no interest in it. I was like, well, you're riding it, so that's a good sign. Sure. Gave him the money, and 2 years later, here it is. Even just the stem alone, I'm a huge fan of Nitto or whatever, and the stem and the tires alone was sold, and huge fan of Shimano 600. I like this era. The carbon kind of sketches me out, not going to lie. The wheel set was lovely, so 600 to Mavic. I'm in. Like, bought it immediately. Probably change these out. I don't. I've never used Look. I've used Speed Play. I've used Lollipops. I want to get Egg Beaters, but not probably for something like this. I managed to score a pair of City. I don't know if they're the Dominator shoes. Those are the ones I've always wanted, but at the thrift for like $30. So move over to this side so you can see the back end. But yeah, wait, she's like dead silent though. Um, so yeah, it really just needs pedals, some air. I'm not a huge fan of the placement, like I said, of that, so probably change that out. Um, and well, yeah, like I said, where I store this, it's not temperature controlled, so um, I have a mold problem. So you can see it's already starting to contaminate it. So this is like uncleaned condition. That's part of the reason why I'm really stoked that my buddy Andy helped me insulate in here. This winter, I want to bring in a couple bikes, showcase, talk about them, wipe them down, clean them up. Uh, I can only store so many in here. Um, so just the best of the best will be stashed in here. Um, and then, yeah, just talk about them and kind of get them ready for spring, even though it's just starting to be winter. And this one's really cool. I don't know if you have any experience riding it, if you have one or had one, or did it fail you, or was there a catastrophic failure like this one? Out of all my bikes is the most sketchy to me just because of how I imagine these are all just epoxied in, right? Like kind of like a Raleigh Technium was. Not really super keen on that. It says here direct drive carbon specialized computer designed carbon fiber. I don't know. It's definitely a cool bike though, but I just thought it was hilarious, on the internet. Oh, I want to get some gator skins. Wow, they're expensive these days, and for $100 you get a whole bike with Mavic and Shimano 600 group set. Like, parts alone are worth it to me, but I just didn't have the heart to take anything off of it. I'll probably just change the pedals out and ride it this spring a little bit and really feel what I want to do with it. It's kind of too cool to sell. It's worth it to me to keep just because of the parts, but because it's complete, I don't have the heart. It's I don't know what to do. I don't know. I don't know, man. I get attached to some of my bikes, and this is kind of one of them. It feels weird because when I get attached to a bike, it's usually because of how much time or effort I put into restoring or building it or making it into a mutant, which a lot of my bikes are. And then usually the more custom I make them, the more I'm incentivized to ride them. The more I ride them, then I'm way too committed and emotionally attached to it. So this one's really weird to me because I don't want to sell it. I don't have the heart to take it apart, even though there's a bunch of juicy parts on here that I'm like, so it's just a weird one. So maybe I'm just going to make it exactly how I would like it to be, ride it for a little bit, and then feel it out. If somebody approached me and was like, hey, that's my dream bike, I'd be open to a barter, for what I paid for it. It's worth the tires, but, if somebody were like, I'll buy you brand new gator skins, you can have the stem, or I'll buy you an NJS equivalent, like a Jaguar, nice short Jaguar. I love this turbo too. I'm a huge fan of those. So it's just like, it'd have to be a really cool person and like their dream bike or their favorite one that they let it go or something. Because otherwise, it's mine. But do I ride it? Does it fail? Do I die? Do I put carbon components on, more carbon on it? Like, it's error correct. Everything about it is for the most part are correct. So I don't have the heart to touch it, or modify it beyond what it is. Um, there's a couple blemishes here and there. I mean, this is just superficial. It's actually the stay guard is kind of like he used it, which is cool. Um, I'll have to inspect all the joints 4 times over before I can consider riding this. It does sketch me out, especially for how fast and nimble and efficient this is. Probably the geometry is beautiful. My first, technically, my first fixed gear bike was a Specialized Langster, not like anything like this. If it were this kind of geometry, I would still have it. Um, so I don't know. Specialized always kind of caught my eye, and I don't know. Anyway, did hit record. We're on 12 minutes. EOSM. I have to put this in MLV and do the DNG importing and color profiling. So I have a lot of work on my hands just there. Hopefully it's still recording. I have to clean up all this mess. Do want to talk to you about winter cycling gear. If you're interested, there's a thumbnail here or here. How about here? Uh, and the winter of the winter clothes stuff, and then something, a side note before I sign off. I have realized that a lot of my content is about bicycles, even though my name technically is Mopedale or Moped Ale. Should probably talk about that or how I came to that name. I don't drink, and at the time I did. The best thing I ever did was not drink anymore. But I always want to make my own like 50-1 or 40-1, like the rich or the lean brewery, like a microbrew of my. I guess you don't have to drink to make beer, but I don't really want to support that. I know too many people my age that their life completely fell apart from drinking, so that's why I quit. Thank God. Met the love of my life because I did stop drinking. Otherwise, none of this would be possible. Anyway, that's a little story about Mopedale. So, why I bring this up is I'm noticing I'm doing a lot of bicycle content here these days. I just love riding them. I commute with them. This is what got me into mopeds. I had a little dirt bike as a kid, a rotary injected Kawasaki. Then we had a Yankee Peddler growing up, and then I just started in college. I saw a bunch of people driving down the road, and completely irrelevant to this bike, but this channel I'm doing way too much bicycles, or not maybe way too much. Just do it your heart desires. But I really like to start building mopeds or showcasing some of my mopeds as well. I've really been slacking on that. I have like a love-hate relationship. Not love-hate relationship. I love them. I'm obsessed with them. But as soon as I touch one, I go off the deep end. Whereas bicycles, it's just always like that. So I tend to do bicycles a lot more affordably than mopeds. I kind of go all out when I do a moped. But I do have a lot in the pipeline. I have like 2 disassembled right now, building one for a friend. And when I say right now, it's like 2 years I've been putting them off. So I think it's time to just clean up my act, get some bikes up on the bench, showcase them, and just do this thing. So hopefully the audio's okay. Hopefully you like the new camera and it's working all right. The focus is not bad and the frame rate isn't jittery and the aberrations aren't problematic and the MLV app doesn't crash when I transfer and it doesn't take up my entire hard drive. So, or it does, and it's all a work in progress and a learning experience, and that's okay too. So, yep. Sorry about the rant. 15 minutes. GG. Hey, it's still recording. Wow.